Okay, right. The basic of polynomials is these three things. One is factor, another one is root, and another one is zero. Okay, let's say I give you, let's say if I give you this equation. See, cannot see. 3x cubed plus 7x minus 2x minus 8. And sometimes we need to break it down lah. You need to know all of the factors. Okay, I can do the long division on this one, and I can get myself x minus 1, 3x plus 4, x plus 2. I can get these three things. It also means if I expand, I get back up here. Okay? These three things, if I were to write in this form, it will become a factor. So the factor such as x minus 1, 3x plus 4, x plus 2. If the question asks, give me the roots of these polynomials, you must answer them in this form. X equals to 1, x equals to negative 4 over 3, and x equals to negative 2. And if the question asks further, give us the zeros. Okay, kalau multiple zeros lah. Give us the zeros of the equation, then your answer will be 1, negative 4 over 3, and negative 2. Sir, sama aja semua tu, sir? All of them look the same? Yes, they look the same, but they are in different form lah. You can see the factor in this belah sana, they are on the other side, roots is on the other side, and zeros without the x. You must understand this. If the question asks for factor, you must give in factor form. This question asks in root form, you must give in root form. This question asks in zeros form, you need to give in zeros form. Giving your answers in different form, you will lose your marks unnecessarily. Okay? So make a very big highlight. Don't get it wrong. Okay? Can you see my handwriting? Alright, very good. Oopsie. My goodness. Okay, we move on. Okay, sometimes in exams they're a bit cruel. How are we going to get here? Okay, boleh sekali ya? Sometimes in exam it's a bit cruel. They ask you something like this. So you sort of know the answer just now. If you nasib paling buruk lah. And the question will start such as, find all the root. It can happen like this. And here's my recommendation on how are you going to find. We're using this technique, what I call, you use TLCF. Can you see the writing? Is it too small for you? If I can. Okay, TLCF, how are you going to memorize? Well, some people said telephone Cikgu Fatin or telephone Chelsea FC. It depends on you. Okay, T and E stands for try and error. L stands for long division. C stands for combine. F stands for factorize. Okay? Okay, what I'm about to teach you, I have to admit, it's not the most efficient way, it's not the fastest way, but it just works for all questions. Okay? Some advanced people, they might want to use another technique, but this works for almost all cases. Okay, so let's begin. Alright, to the what degree is this polynomials? What degree is this? How do you know 3? X power 3, sir. So it's degree 3. I think you can sort of lash sikit. I cannot be selective. Maybe you can do it this way. Okay, try and press in your calculator. You know how, right? Okay, so try and press this into your calculator and find out how many equations do you. What's your roots? Do you need me to teach you? You know your polynomial. Normally, if people give you in quadratic, how are you going to find all the roots? You gonna equation kan? But before this, you keep on choosing degree 2. So this is the first time you're going to use degree 3. Can I borrow for one? Okay, so normally mode, equation, and you got yourself 2 or 3, right? So you choose degree 3. So in this case, your A is 3, B is 7. Oh, sorry, I missed negative 7x squared. Forgive me. Well, mistakes happens. And we got this lah. So we got our here by calculator. X equals to 1. X equals to negative 2. And finally, oh, what about this? Negative 4 over 3. Okay, one nasihat to you, jangan ambil yang ada R1 atas tu. If ada R1 tu, apa maksud dia? It means it's a unfactorizable lah. Let me show you one example. Okay, let's say it's this one. Okay, so try and press. Have a look yourself. 1, 3, 1, negative 1. So one of them is not a very good one. Okay, I'm sorry, this is not the one. Oh my god, it's on recording. Okay, sorry, jangan marah. Yeah, nanti I'll find you the example. I'm sorry. My bad. I was being too overconfident. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now you got all these 3 factors. Kita nak pergi laju sikit. You got all these 3 factors. So how are you going to do it in exams? Okay, dengar elok. For factor 1, you use trial and error. For the first factor, you use long division. To find quadratic. You use combine because you don't want to lose marks. you use factorize to find the other two factors. Let me I'm quite sure some lecturers will not agree with this. You okay? Okay, so kalau soalan dia start dengan macam ni tadi tu, if we start with this, we do not know yet the factors. We use our calculator to find this, right? So can we straight away answer in exams this and get full marks? Jangan harap lah kawan. Okay, don't hope so much lah. Okay, so the first steps that you need to do is this. You let, which one is the easiest? 1. So you just let x equals to 1. Okay? Then P1, you insert them back. 3, 1 plus 7, 1 minus 2, 1 minus 8. This whole thing is equals to what? You can press your calculator. I'll give you a magic. It's 0. Why is it 0, sir? Because it's a factor. Kalau if it has a remainder, then we will come out something lah. Okay. So if you got here, you put 1 and then you got 0, it means you need to write this one down. X minus 1 is a factor. You need to write this line. Are you okay? And then how are we going to find the other two factors? Same technique? Okay. If you use the same technique for the other two factors, which is these two, you got 0 marks. You can only use try and error for you to get the first factor. Tengok sini. Sudah nyatakan. I've stated here. Try and error for the first factor. Then you need to do long division, combine and factorize. If you use try and error for all those 3 factors, you get just 1 mark je lah. The problem is, there is this super confident people in exams who did this method for all 3. And then this person, I tell you what really happens in exams. They use this method for all 3 and then dia habis awal lah. He finish it early. And he looks around to all his friends tengah about long division and everything, factorize. And this person, he felt so genius. Until the moment he got his paper back, then you know what happened next. He got a lot of bangkah lah. So what you need to do now, once you get x minus 1 is a factor, you need to do long division. So second, long division. 3x cubed plus 7x squared minus 2x minus 8. Okay guys, good luck. Try it on your own. Long divide. Okay, viewers, please try it. I'm going to pause the video for a while. Okay, I'm going to do it so you can see the process. But it's the same as how I did last time. Minus positive minus, minus minus positive. Just do this process to avoid careless mistake. 7x squared plus 3x squared, 10x squared, 3x squared minus 3x cubed, 3x cubed minus 3x cubed, 0. Then this one come down. The next equation. Minus 2x. So right now in this equation, our biggest form is this. So this is what our target. So our target is 10x squared. We're going to divide by x minus 1. X minus 1. And how does x become 10x squared? We multiply with 10x. Oh, sorry, this blue. We multiply with 10x. X times 10x become 10x squared. And this value here, you put it out here. Plus 10x. So x times 10x, 10x squared, negative 1 times 10x. Negative 10x. And this value here, I'll pull it down here. Negative, positive, negative, 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 positive. Negative 2x plus 10x. 8x, negative 10x squared minus 10x squared, 0. 8x minus 8. So you can see easily here, our target is still 8x. So x minus 1, how does x become 8x? You times 8. And this 8, bring it up here. Positive 8. Positive 8. So x, negative 8. And this value here, well, you can skip this because it's quite obvious. 0. Okay. Are you guys okay? Boleh dapat ah? It's not that difficult. You know the process by now. Okay, once you got here, you dah siap dah. Then you need to use these steps. The third one is a combine. Okay. So we start with px, right? So you write something like this. Px equals to, take these two. Our first factor just now is x minus 1. And what's our quadratic that we got? This one, right? Write it down. 3x squared plus 10x plus 8. You guys okay? It's not difficult, right? And then you need to factorize this thing. How you factorize? Yeah, you can use your calculator. The 4 steps is factorize. So what do you get? 3x plus 4, x plus 2. You okay? This is a normal factorize. Easy? Oh my goodness. Are we done? Why not? We got all the factors already. Yes, you are right. Because the question asks for root. Is root, not Groot. I am Groot. So what's the root? Can someone tell me the root? X equals to 1. S equals to negative 4 over 3. And x equals to negative 2. Okay, some people like to write it down like this. Me personally, I will just, alternatively, I will just write down something like this. X equals to 1, negative 4 over 3, or negative 2. But I have to agree, some lecturers are not into this answer so much. Are you okay? This is what? if I leave this answer in this form, it's called what? This is a factor. Okay, if the question asks you what's the zeros, how do you answer your final answers? 1, negative 4 over 3, negative 2. You okay? This consists around 10 to 50 marks in exams. You want to try? I'll give you try one questions. Okay, class, try this question. This one you're quite lucky, okay? But it has told you that x plus 1 is a factor. Okay? But it asks you this, show that x plus 1 is a factor. How are you going to show that x plus 1 is a factor? You need to try the try and error method. You must do it and get it into 0. Once you get 0, you must write this one down. If this question, you must write down x minus 1 is a factor. So for this question, you must write down x plus 1 is a factor. Okay? Then how are you going to find the other two roots? Long division, after long division? Combine, after combine? Factorize. Dia nak roots. So roots answer in what form? X equals to something. Okay, alright, good luck. Try it by your own. For viewers, I leave it here. Okay, please copy down the questions. Tak nampak? See. Okay, for those who need help, please raise your hand. I'll be there. You need help? Okay. I'm going to pause the video. Good luck. Try it out. Okay, so this is how I do. I think I need to focus first. Okay. So firstly I do the try and error method. I must show it's a factor, and then I do the long division. Do the same process until I get 0. So this is my quadratic, and then I combine the process. So the divisor and the quadratic that we got over here, the division and the quadratic, and then I factorize my quadratic. I got myself into here, but you need to remember this is in factor form. The question asks in roots, so this is the answer in root form. Alternatively, I prefer this way, but some people they prefer this way. Okay. Alright, that's all, viewers. Good luck. All the best for your exams.